Hey guys, alright, we're going to be playing Sean Meruga again. This time we're going to be playing 5 minute, which should be interesting because this means there'll be a bit longer control, which maybe benefits me, but there's no increment, which benefits him. So we're going to see how this one works out. So I think Sean's ready to start. Let me go and check, see if he's ready. But I think we should all be ready to go. I'm seeing what's up. What does Sean think? Is he ready? Is he ready? Is he ready? Waiting. I think he's ready though. I'm going to go ahead and play a move and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to start off with D4. These games are all rated and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to open with D4. Got a nice cup of tea. Okay, he responds with D5, so I'm thinking we're going to go into a slot because that's what he normally plays. Okay. Knight F3 is normal. So we're going to play a little bit fast, but we have time to think. So he's going to take. So let's play this gambit line. This is always interesting, and I do mean always. I played a game with Carter Peatman in this opening at the Georgia Tech big tournament we had, and yeah, he was losing pretty much the entire game, and then I managed to blunder a rook in the end, so that was unfortunate. So he took early here. Okay, something about the way he's played this is not correct. This is making me want to sack another pawn. So I'm thinking about playing e6 right now, and then maybe knight e5. But yeah, I don't think this is the way to go. Normally they play e6 first, so that makes me think that I should push e6 now. And I'm going to do that actually. I don't think he should have allowed this. Because, okay, I'm going to be losing this pawn, but my knight's going to get a really strong square. And also, like, let's say after takes, if I play knight e5, I'm going to be threatening queen h5 immediately. So yeah, I think I'm going to play this, and if he takes knight e5, then I'm going to expect g6, and I'm going to play queen to f3, threatening queen f7, and I just like to see how he's going to parry that, because I'm not really seeing any good ways to parry queen f7. So he might not even be able to take this. He might have to do something. Okay, so he plays here. Okay, so I'm thinking just take on f7, and then play knight e5. I don't see any problem with that. If I play knight to g5, how is that working out? Knight g5, if he takes, what is there to do? Not really much. So let's take. I mean, I think this is well worth a pawn, because I'm going to be able to get my development in pretty easy. He's moving his queen around a lot. My knight's going to get a really nice strong square here. So let's play this into here, and then probably just bishop e2 and castle. And I'll have a better position. So we're doing okay on the clock right now. That's nice. Yeah, this gambit line is not 100,000% sound, but I will admit, if Black doesn't know what they're doing, as he didn't know, they can get into trouble here. So they have to know what you're doing. And I've actually had a decent bit of success. Also, another YouTuber, John Bartholomew, I remember he played a standard game against this line where he was playing against Black, and he ended up worse. So again, yeah, you really have to know what you're doing here. Okay, so bishop g4 comes to mind here. Just hitting the queen around. But I think I'll castle first, and then maybe play bishop g4. I'm thinking bishop g4, queen d5, and then maybe sneakily playing bishop f3, and then after the queen goes back, bringing my rook over. Yeah, that looks nice. So let's try this out. Bishop g4 first. Okay, he brings the queen over here. Yeah, this is a bit of a better square. This makes me think about h4, just playing for bishop g5. H4 he just takes. Or can he take? If he takes, maybe I can play queen over here. Queen comes back to f6. Maybe I take, and bishop takes. That's a really nice position. So maybe h4. I wonder what he'll reply. h4, castles, bishop g5. Seems pretty nice. Queen will come to d6, but I like my bishop being there. And if he doesn't castle, what about h4 takes here, rook f8? I think I can just settle with being happy with him not castled. Alright, let's go for it. I'm just now realizing he has this option of trading off. Okay, so he's just going to castle, which I thought he probably did need to do here. So the idea was bishop g5. At least that was the plan. And I'm expecting queen to d6. Alright. So f4 comes to mind. Maybe even just h5, pressing forward. But let's play let's bring the queen over here first. Keeping everything protected. And I'm not going to take here yet. Soon, but not now. So let's play here and then let's play h5. Why not? See what happens here. He brings it back. So let me trade this off because this is actually a pretty active piece for him, and I don't really see a great future for my bishop, and then let's just push h5 next. We're down a minute on time, so that's not so good. But my position looks nice. All my pieces are like much more active than his. If he wants to push c5, he's going to be dropping this pawn. If he ever takes, he's going to be weakening this pawn. And now with the bishop off the board, my knight on e5 is a beast. Knight d7 is not even possible due to my bishop's position. So this is looking okay. I would like to get a rook on the h-file somehow. So I'm trying to think of ways to get a rooklet then. I guess the most obvious would not be now the dark squared bishop is gone. Playing f4 and then rook f3 and over looks like a pretty nice idea. Okay, he's going to start playing for counterplay here, which makes sense. I'm going to take here because that's going to be restricting his knight. And then I think I'm going to, okay, I just now realized something was, so my knight's not going to be so much of a beast. Minor miscalculation here. Should still be okay, I think. Queen takes, maybe take, and then like bring the rook over or something. So yeah, the position's opening up, which I don't think is good for him. I do not think this is going to be something he's going to want to see. Okay, so he's going to bring the rook into a more... But can I play h6 now? If I play h6 and he plays king takes and I bring the queen up, he's got g5. Okay. After g5, do I have the queen over though? Check. Interesting indeed. I need to play faster. What happened here? h6, king takes, queen up, g5, g5. Oh, he's also got queen takes d4 in that case. Yeah, maybe h6 isn't so strong. So he just wants to play rook takes d4. So if I play knight takes c4, and if he takes on d4, I play queen e7 check, and then he plays rook f7. Then I can play h6. Oh, that looks kind of nasty. I think I'll give this a shot. So it takes here, queen takes e7 check, rook there, h6. Let's try it out. Hopefully I'm not like losing to any tactics here. But I think this may be okay. Running very low on time though. Very low on time. We're down a minute, so we're going to have to speed up big time. Notice his lack of development. So this is leaving a lot of pieces hanging, but I think closing in on his king. Maybe after queen e7 he has king h6. That's no fun. I can always take on b7 though. Okay, there we go. So he's going straight for the kill. So I'm going to do queen takes e7, and if the rook comes back, play h6. But h6 doesn't quite work the way I'd like it to work. So bishop f3 then? Let's try bishop f3. Because what's he going to do? Just stopping mate right now. So he's going to take. So I think I should take here. And then I can just bullet the rest of this out. I'll be up the exchange, so I don't mind. Yeah, the idea is if he takes the knight, I take the bishop, so he's going to probably have to take or something. I'm like almost forcing queens off at the moment. Come over here, and if queen d5, knight e3. Okay, I can just play this. That's a check. Let's take that free knight. Oh, whoops, let's play check. To try to figure out a way to avoid mate here. He's going to go there. Okay, I would like to play knight e3, but I can't. Okay, let's play f3. Give him the knight. Let's play here, I guess. Oh, I was already up a piece. Oh, he may have a perpetual now. Let's try. Oh, Oh, son of a mother duckling. I didn't realize I was dropping A1. Well, this game's not going to quite work out the way we would have planned. Actually, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, actually, I think I was winning at the end because I had the right idea. Yeah, this is force mate. I just played it wrong. Queen d6 is force mating. After queen to d6, he can't stop queen g3, and I played queen e5. Wow. So even at the very end, it was just time pressure, really. But yeah, queen d6, and there's no way out of mate. I believe. Shame. I saw the mating idea too. I just had 3 seconds, and I dropped my queen. So yeah. Overall, it was a nice game, nice start. I just got to play a little bit faster. But yeah, queen d6, and that's game over. So actually, queen g7 was forced losing by him. Shame. Alright, no problem, Phil. I'm happy with that game. I put the pressure on him. I think we're playing first at 3.5, so... Okay, let's come out with a knight of 6. Let's play d5 here. Let's go into a Slav ourselves, and let's do this a6 Slav line. It's pretty lame. I think he likes to take here, which is pretty harmless. There's a variety of ways I can play against this. He's going to bring the bishop out. I'm just going to bring the knight out here, and then maybe bishop g4. Let's try bishop g4. Give my bishop a nice job to do there. e6, maybe bishop d6. Bishop d6 or bishop e7. The downside about bishop d6 is when knight e5 comes, it can be kind of annoying to deal with that knight. But I'm going to play it anyway. And if knight e5, I'll probably take here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Don't think I'm getting hit by any tactics here. Yeah, this should be 100% fine for me. Okay, Sean's playing for the standard stuff. I'm going to play knight e4 now. And I think I will take this. I don't think I mind him taking back with the pawn. He's going to take with the rook. Interesting indeed. So I want to play b6 here and then b5. Because I don't really see a reason not to. So I'm going to do that. b6. Yeah, Sean's got the most. I feel like in Blitz, Sean knows he's fast, so what he does is he likes to trade off. He likes to keep the position as balanced as possible, because what that allows him to do is make these, let's say, not so complicated moves that, yeah, he can make these not so complicated moves and still maintain an advantage, basically. So let's play over here. Or, excuse me, he can make not so complicated moves and drain you on the clock, because his mouse speed is pretty ridiculous. Okay, this just looks like a flat-out error, because let's say after knight a5 hitting the queen, I can play like b5 and then try to sink the knight in. Or should I play b5 first? Knight a5, I don't see a problem per se with knight a5. Actually played a game very similar to this not so long ago. I'm going to play knight a5. Well, then queen a4 is a little bit annoying. And he hasn't committed his b-pawn yet. I'm going to play here first, and then just see what he's doing. His knight is kind of pinned, so that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, again, I'm down like 40 seconds here. I can't believe I dropped my queen. Queen d6 was just mating. He's trying to make me make a decision about my bishop. If I want to take this, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 1000% sure. I'm just going to scoot this back and see what he's up to. Game's very calm, very positional. I think it's kind of hard for white to argue that he's better here, saying that we have a symmetrical position, except he's got a pin and I have more space, so black's just better. Very ever so slightly, but black is better. That is happening. So I'm starting to wonder if I should kind of switch up. Normally when I put the knight into here, maybe that's not such a bad idea though. So let's actually go for it, because I'm just now noticing that, okay, so if knight e5 I can always trade, no risk there. I just realized I probably should have doubled the rooks first. This is probably okay, though. So, okay, that was the idea. I wanted to provoke this, and then I wanted to push b4 and a5. Yeah, I want to push b4 and then get my knight into here, but the question is, how do I do that? Let's take over the file first. Well, actually, no, I'm going to bring the knight back, surprisingly. And then I'm going to try to double rooks. Okay. I'm going to double rooks. That's my idea. And if he plays rook c2, I have bishop over here. And then if he plays bishop d3, I may have some takes. Yeah, so I'm going to bring the bishop here now, hitting that rook. He may have to bring the rook all the way up to c5, yeah. Okay. It's a little bit uncomfortable. But maybe this is my time to play e5. No, I can play e5 because he can't take it. e5, and then if he brings... Well, he could bring the other rook over, so maybe I should double first. So let's try doubling. The other rook's going to come over. Now e5. e5 takes. I can't take the rook now. Yeah, I really don't know here. I'm going to play f6, which is a little bit weakening, but I'm just going to take a little bit of control over that square. Okay, he's getting ready to play b4. I'm going to post the bishop right here. Maybe with ideas of taking the knight. So the knight's coming back. So here I'm going to try to actually release some of this tension. I can maybe play the knight into f5 someday. Oh yeah, this is classic Meruga. So all of a sudden my knight needs to go here. I see a few ways to get that done. Yeah, unfortunately it seems like I've misplayed the position a little bit. But I do notice if this knight ever comes to d3, I'm going to snap it off. Right. So now I'm actually going to play... no, that's not a good idea. I'm going to drop the bishop back here. See what he does. He can play g4, but that's pretty weakening. I'm going to come here. That was my not-so-secret idea. Because now my knight will get into here with Tempe. Okay. Smart. Let me drop him back. But again, this is like a very symmetrical position. I've let Sean do what he loves to do, which is keep things not so complicated, but look at the edge in time. Yeah, knight c4 is coming next, and he's going to push a4. So maybe I should push a5. Trying to think, or maybe I should try to eliminate this knight. I have a lot of time to think. Yeah. I'm going to put my king here, actually. Actually, this wasn't such a bright idea. My queen really needs to be on like c6 or something right now. He could just play this. Really? That's a little dangerous. Well, we don't really have a lot of time, so let's just play for the attack. Alright, let's play queen up in here. Let's go for the attack. Because now his light squares are very weak. The idea is to play e4. You can play queen d7. Yeah, which I thought he would play. Actually, I probably have to take this and then do something like this. So this is a draw, but he'll win because he's up in time. But I can get his b2 pawn, though. I just realized that. Whoops, that was a mistake. Well, whatever. He won this one due to time. Take. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Apparently I didn't even make that move fast enough. Alright, that's a drawn position. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, h3 was not good. I think here, or just queen a6 looks pretty good. I think. Or okay, never mind. But here, I play here queen d7. I was scared that if I didn't take the queen, that he'd maybe get some counterplay himself after playing queen to g4. So I wanted to play like queen c2, and maybe in hindsight I should have played queen c2. It does threaten knight takes c3, but I thought queen g4 and I was a little bit scared. But looking back, so if I play queen to c2, he plays queen g4, I can just play king h6, and I mean, he's not really getting much out of that, I guess. And I still have knight takes e3 as something he might not see. Otherwise, what to do here? Yeah, I don't really... I probably should have just gone for queen c2. Oh, well, actually, he needs to go. So we're gonna... I think I'll pause this or something, and then come back a little bit later. But let me get back to the proper tab if I can. And yeah, he's up 2-0 right now. So yeah, let's look through this game, see if we can find some improvements. Because this was not an impressive game at all. I actually hate playing these positions. I mean, they're fine, but that's the problem. They're just very boring. So here, pretty sure I should be better. But we can improve, though. So let's click and hit analysis board, maybe. Alright. Oh, the computer evaluation is not on. So, yeah. Right about here. Yeah, look, you can look at the computer's evaluation. Like, it's like 100% equal for the longest time until near the end. Right here, it's giving white the smallest of advantages, saying knight a5 was best. But it turns out playing b5, I didn't realize that just weakens the c5 square heavily. That's something I should not have allowed. It hurt me later in the game. Knight a5 is given as a little bit stronger. And it's saying, let's say he moves the queen d1. Now you play b5. And if b3... Ah, yeah, you can even probe this pawn. Okay, makes sense. You see back what Sean's saying? Alright. Okay, let's go back to the analysis. So yeah, knight a5 was a little bit better. Bishop h5, it's giving white a slight advantage. Yeah, weakening this c5 square, I underestimated how bad that was. But that's good to know for later times I'm playing such variations. Yeah, bishop takes f3 was a move I'm always thinking about. And in hindsight, I think I might go from that for later. Because I was thinking, like, okay, let's say bishop takes f3 there. And now we start doubling rooks. Now it's not quite the same. So let's say rook here. Come again. And let's say rook over. Let's give him a3. Yeah, you see, there's a difference now with that knight not being on the board. Because once my knight gets into c4, that's just good. And there's not much this bishop can do. So let's go back. It says play a4 and weaken the pawns. Yeah, I agree with that. But there's just not much the bishop can do in these positions. Because the position's very close. The bishop's running into rocks here. Unless you play something like a4, it's hard for the bishop to make progress. And I don't know. With such a square like c4 being clamped, I think it might be a good idea to have the knight kept on the board. So bishop takes f3 is always something I was looking at. But yeah, this move. So here he wants to play knight to. Here he wants to play knight d3, and I was just going to take it. Yeah, black does have, or white has a pretty nice advantage here. We're going to go for this position. In which case, yeah, I mean white's just better. What can I say? White has a very slow plan. Let's say g6. If I was white, I would play this, king g7, and then I would play this, and I'd basically force something like, let's say, yeah, I would take back with the rook takes takes. And you could force a situation like this, and the computer's not giving us a pretty big advantage. Okay, maybe it's an easy blockade, but at least it's a pass pawn. So, like, even in the worst case, there's like a forced advantage that can be gained. Getting out of the chat from Meruga, I believe. Can I pause the recording? Yeah, I think I will pause it and then come back. And then let's quickly run through the first game, because I really liked the first game. Thought there was a lot to be learned. And, yeah, just a pure case again. If I had increment, the game's won. So let's go back. Let's click me. I'll click on my name, profile. And it should have my game right here. Yeah, let's go here. This game. Just to illustrate what I was talking about at the end, after, let's say, analysis board, after queen to d6, I don't really see what can happen here. Yep, it's force mate. And I saw the idea, but I put the queen in the wrong square. Queen d6, he can't go anywhere. Pretty sure the second, here he's just lost, I'm pretty sure. Yep, queen g6 is the only move. So, let's go back to the opening and see what the computer said here. So we have this fun gambit here. Yeah, this isn't, I don't think, so good. Because I can push this, which the computer is not the computer's first choice, but I like it. And after queen d5, I started to get a nice initiative. +2 here, which is kind of obvious. Bishop g4, yeah. And I wonder what the suggested move is here. It just says moving the rook over. I played h4, which is still okay. Still okay. Bishop g5, queen over. I brought the rook in, bishop f6 here. And I just took him off, and again, we have a really nice position. h5, putting some pressure. Took. Rook f4. Yeah, knight takes c4 was strong. And the idea behind that was if he plays here, then I can play queen e7. And if he plays rook f7, I have h6. This was the plan. And here it's saying just give up the rook. But, I mean, look at the evaluation. He's lost here. So I guess this was some proper calculation. The main idea being he can't play this because I come, and then I have this. Bishop e6. And, yeah, that's mate. So he can't come back. He'd have to give up the rook after h6. So I think he saw that, and in the game he played queen d5. But again, yeah. I don't know why I didn't play. Oh, I didn't play queen e7 because I didn't see what to do after rook f7. But maybe I still have a similar, maybe bishop e. No, I don't know. I thought this was simple enough. And then something like this, and then this is just a piece. So yeah, clearly losing. Black's just getting shredded. Oh wow, kind of funny. For whatever reason, I didn't notice that. Oh, queen d2. Yeah, so I knew I could. I wanted to play knight e3, but I put my queen on e3 instead, so that had low time. So I'm still winning here, because here we have queen takes e7, and yeah, I messed up. This is just this is a perpetual, and then here's where the blunders start. I play rook f2, and then he immediately blunders, and yeah, I have mate in, like, basically almost. Oh, I just have a winning position here, and then g4 forcing, and then queen d6. And this should have been the end of the game, but unfortunately I played queen to e5 and immediately lost. So, I mean, that's blitz for you. So I'm going to pause this recording and then I'll restart it when he comes back. So let's... Okay, and we should be back now. Alright, sorry for the break. Sean had to go do something, so... Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. So we're actually down 2-0 right now, which is unfortunate. We were completely winning the first game, and the second game, oh, wow, it's been so long. Second game, I just didn't play good. So now we need to play fast and good and try to come back in this match. Slide chess. Yeah, Sean. So, where you at? Where you at? Hello. Type over, see if my man's here. Yeah, everything's coming through. Not so bad. Not so bad. The pieces are kind of cut off. I don't like that, but you guys get the hint with what's going on over there. We should be able to see the times. Alright, he opens with e4. Let's come out with e5. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's try to trick things up. This is a little pet line I kind of like to use. We'll see what he does here. See if he goes for this knight c3 trickiness. I did that against him when he tried a very similar idea. He's just going to castle, that's fine. c3 is what they usually play, and now we'll play with a6. d4 is like an equalizing move. I'm not really afraid of that, so just take. It's good enough. If he's planning on gambiting the pawn, he probably should have played knight c3 before d4. But he's just going to take back. Alright, this should be fine for me. Kind of try to keep up on the clock. Force him to play fast. I'm familiar with this position. And I know this is just basically equal. Okay, c3. I'm going to go for a d5 push and not too long. I can even take and then play d5. Alright, this move is a little bit annoying. Can I do anything about it? I don't want to play f6 at all. Knight to e5 for whatever reason is coming to my mind. Queen e8 looks like maybe a little bit too drastic, so I'm not really sure about queen e8. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I want to put my queen on d6, so maybe like d5 takes, queen takes? Is that a possibility? So if I play d5, let's say he takes here, and then I take, and he does bishop takes. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So let's play h6, and back him up. Alright, and then the question is, do we want to play g5? Not so sure if we want to play g5. Yeah, g5 looks a little bit too weakening, so let's not go for that. Let's instead, let's play a6. Now we're really behind on time. Make the bishop make a decision. Oh, bishop's going, everybody's going back. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe peeling off this, and then moving like queen e8 or something. So I think I actually am going to play queen e8 now. He's probably going to play rook e1. I think rook e1 would be the best move. And then I'm going to play b5 and d6. Okay, he's allowing me to just play d5 right now, which I like. Actually, I'm going to play b5 right now. So first b5. Let's see if we'll drop the bishop back. Ah, he drops it all the way back. Maybe now d5. This is my idea. And if he takes if he takes there, though, I have to take back with a knight and I'm dropping a pawn. Okay, so let's change up the strategy and let's play for knight e5. His knight on a3 looks suspicious, so he may play f4 immediately, but f4 is a little bit weakening for him as well. But f4, f5 is not a terrible plan. He brings it right back. Let's play for f5 ourselves. Let's bring the king here. He may be playing for bishop d5 to keep up here. I'm thinking about maybe taking off this knight. Okay, so he's going to solidify the knight. So if I take, knight takes, and then I play c5, is that worth looking into? I'm actually going to put the bishop on this diagonal for now. Okay, so that's happening. So I'm thinking about taking and then maybe playing c5 or d5. Or what about knight to e5? That also looks interesting. Knight to e5 invites f4 though. Maybe we can come over here and attack the bishop. I have to make a plan relatively quickly. Wait, what if I think I'm winning a pawn here. Oh yeah. Bishop takes here coming next. So let's get that pawn and run. And now I believe we can push d5. At least I want to push d5. So I think I'm just going to safely tuck my queen away over here. I see what his plan is. He wants to take here. So let's play g5 and then just move my queen out the way. Since I have the bishop on this diagonal, I want to play g5 and then just move my queen out the way. And then now it's time to speed up. The knight can go somewhere, but I don't think it can go anywhere harmful. I'm going to put the bishop on g6 and then maybe play for f5, f4. Or if he moves the knight, I'll put the bishop on d5 actually. And then if he plays bishop c2, then I'll go f5. Yeah, I think that's going to be my idea. That's my plan. Or something like that. f5 is definitely going to become a threat very soon. Yeah, maybe that's the correct idea. Let's play f5. He's going to probably play f3. And I'll have to play the bishop back to b7, then he can pin my pawn. Maybe just d5 then. And or c6. c6. Let's try c6. Low on time though. f3, I'm dropping the bishop back. The plan is to play d5. And then I think I can hold this pawn with the knight back there. I'm not going to be too worried about giving up this e5 square because I'm controlling g4 pretty well. Can't lie, I'm kind of worried right now. Kind of worried. But we're going to try to make it work. So he's going to bring the queen in, and I'm immediately going to drop back here. Just attack that guy. Tell him get out of here. And now f5 is looking pretty nice because we're threatening f4 immediately. So f5, and let's see how he responds. f4 is a pretty big threat. f4 is a pretty big threat. He probably needs to play... Oh, yeah, wait. How does he even get away from f4? I'm not really seeing how he's going to get out of this one. We're down 20 seconds. I need to play fast. Okay, so f4, and his idea is he's going to move the knight and create a discovered attack. So maybe I can just protect this knight. So let's protect the knight. And also, if he moves the knight, we can open a discovered attack. Aha, but don't I have this? No, I don't. But I do have this one, though. That's another pawn. And he can't take yet. So now knight d5 is a threat, and I can play c5 next. So his position's really falling apart. Right now, probably is going to have to play something like bishop f2. Alright, let's play c5, just anchor in this bishop. Okay, he's going to run there. And then let's bring this over here. Everything's safe, I like that. He still can't take because I can play f4, opening a discovered attack on his queen. Let's play knight b4, attacking the queen and attacking the bishop. Yeah, he's trying to play quick, but I don't think it's really working out for him. My pieces are all too active. So I can take and then take again. Should be netting a piece. I'm hitting the rook right now, and if he takes, I'm on his bishop. Alright, let's actually try to get some more pieces off the board here. We're just up a piece and a lot of pawns. I would not be surprised if a resignation came here. Let's play here. My king is pretty safe, and any trade hurts him. So let's try to get in a trade here. Okay. I actually don't mind trading queens, but let's actually just try to push these pawns. Seems like the simplest way to go about doing this. Okay, let's... Oh, wow, that was close. Let's just protect everything. Queen a7, bishop... Queen a7, I'll probably just drop the king back over here. Let's bring the king here. He's taking some stuff. Still not a major concern. Protect everything once again. Yeah, the main thing here is just I gotta keep everything protected. I just have to keep everything protected. I also would like to get in. Oh, queen h6. My position's falling apart. Alright, let's just go for d4 maybe. Or queen g7. b2 I had. I'm gonna play queen takes b2 now. He can play rook takes d5 maybe. He's calculating rook d5, I know it. I'm going to come over here and let's attack his rook actually. Put a threat of our own for once. See. Let's bring the rook here, or the queen here. Let's play check. Let's play here. Threatening mate. No. Alright, this is going to, thankfully, we're like on lightning time, but queen g3. Okay, so he's stopping that. Let's bring here. Let's keep making the threats happen. He's going to blockade. Let's try to unblockade. Alright, he's just going to bundle up here. Oh, that's a queen. Alright. Should be pretty easy. Alright. So we finally get a game in here. So yeah, that was nice. Quick run through. Basically, I was able to equalize really early. And even though I kind of like couldn't figure out what to do immediately, I was able to. Oh, I didn't even notice he offered a draw. Shame. Um, I was able to get some nice play in here after I put my bishop on this diagonal, and I guess he didn't notice that his e-pawn was weak. And then everything started to fall apart, especially after he allowed f4. Right, so let's come in. So the match score is 1-2 right now. He's still up. Let's go for d4 again. I want to see what his answer is to this Slav gambit thing, if he's willing to go into it again. Because I do realize sometimes Meruga's a bit of a one-trick pony. Sometimes he sticks with the same opening. So let's see if he can find an improvement. A4 is the move. See if he takes again, or let's see if he figured out what to do. Because even if he plays this correctly, I still like the position. So yeah. Okay. Threats queen f3. So bishop e7 is a common move here. Yep. Okay. So queen h5 is the next move. Queen g4. And yeah, again, this is not 100% sound. Now I know for a fact that's not a move. And I also know that's not, hold on, something doesn't look so right about that. So let's immediately start looking at some sacrifices. So takes, check, king moves over. Actually, I'm not going to try to immediately punish this. I'm just going to develop probably. But that just does not look good at all. What if I just play knight d6 or knight e4? Because hold on, what's the normal move here? The normal move is like knight d7 or something. Or knight c6. But if I play knight e4 and he takes and I take and he plays queen d5, alright, maybe he's getting out of that one. Let's just develop and see what happens. Early castling. Wow. Wow. Isn't he just giving me an attack, though? So if I play, let's say, queen h3, he plays h6. What happens if I just, like, move the knight or something? Like, for instance, let's say knight takes here, takes, still isn't working quite yet. If I play h4, he could play h5. He still can play h5. Let's just tickle, let's just, like, mess them a little bit. Make him play h6. Alright. Let's just bring this knight back. And I'm attacking this pawn now. I can do this if I want to draw, which I don't really want. Alright, that's good to know. So I can also play bishop g5 now, and then bishop f6. I think I'm going to go for that. So let's play bishop g5. See where his queen goes, and then just play bishop f6. Try to get his dark square bishop off of the prowl. I feel like there should be some sort of... Well, that's a weakening move, to say the least. So if I take, how is he recapturing? I'm confused. What is he doing? What was f6? He's going to recapture with the rook? This is his idea? Okay. Wow. So he has sacked the exchange for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm just going to castle now. I'm up the exchange, so... He's got a pawn, and he's also got some slow development. Alright, so I guess the next task is playing fast. Let's put my queen here and see if we can work our way like into this square, c7. He's got two bishops, so he's got compensation, but I don't think he needed to do that. I'm going to need to put my... Oh, wow. Yeah, so let's put the bishop... We'll see if we can get it on this diagonal, and then we can maybe coordinate it with, like, maybe knight to h4 someday. Pressure g6. So let's put the bishop here. And if he moves that knight to e5... Okay. So he wants to play knight to f5. I'm actually going to move the knight here. And after knight to f5, I'm just going to snap it off. Yep. Fine with me. Very fine with me. Ooh, he's playing very... how do you say... I'm going to say, like, provocatively. So let's try to get one of my rooks working. Put a rook in an open file. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe rook. Okay. So this makes me want to do this. Pinning his bishop and threatening it, because he doesn't have rook f7 anymore. And so he needs to tend to this bishop. So he's going to drop a6 right now, but his bishop's still pinned, so now I'm kind of coming in. He may play like queen, okay, queen g6. So I can play g3. but g3 is a little bit risky. Okay. If I play f3, he takes. I want to play g3 though for some reason. I can also just play it safe and play queen g3 now that I've crashed in. Yeah, let's play queen g3 and see how he responds. I really don't mind if he wants to trade. I'm with the exchange here, so. And he's got a weak h pawn. And now that I've gotten rid of that a pawn, I feel much better. Now I'm just up the exchange. Okay, so he's decided to do this. I feel like there should be some tactics almost working. Keyword almost. Alright. Yeah, what to do now? Can't lie, I kind of like my position, kind of. Let's play queen h3. Yeah, I'm gonna go queen h3. Coordinating an h6, putting pressure here. And I'm assuming bishop f8 will be played, and then I don't have a problem playing g3. He may play something like queen to b7, trying to flip on that diagonal. Bishop takes d4. He's really going for it. Okay. Yeah, maybe I underestimated this move. But can I do this? Like a counter sack? Check, queen takes. He'll have two connected passers, so let's think about this. If I do check, queen takes, what if I throw in a rook check? Check, queen takes, king over. Yeah, I don't know about that position. He's got two connected passers. They look pretty strong. I am threatening to play bishop takes there, though. So what if I can't play f3? Yikes. Takes, queen takes. Takes, check, king over. Yeah, I don't like that position at all. Yikes, so what if I play g3? He can play bishop takes there. Yeah, he can. No fun. I can also take. Oh, I have no time left. Well, this game's over. All right, let's. I guess go for this counter sack. I didn't realize. Wow, this is time again, guys. So this gonna play queen takes, and then I just have to recapture here. Oh, whoops, recapture. He's gonna take with something. Probably the rook. I don't know. Taking with the rook's a little bit risky. Probably just for g7. Alright, here. Are you serious? I feel like I actually lagged that game. I don't know. Why would I phrase this? This is just winning. Just rook takes b5 or something. Pin the rook and then win. Alright, so the score is now 3-1, and I've currently lost 2 winning games so far, so that's great. So let's go ahead and get in the rematch. Yeah, he is getting extremely lucky. Yeah. Rematch offer canceled. What is this? What is going on here? Rematch offer canceled. I can't rematch him? Let's refresh, maybe. It says he left. What is this? Okay, let me try to go and contact Meruga again. See what's up, because he just disappeared. I don't know what he's doing. He wanted to play a match, then he said he had to leave for 20 minutes, and now it appears that he's just left, which is weird. I actually may not post this, because, okay, he's back. Alright, so I think all he needs is a draw to clinch the match. So, somehow I got white again. That's what you get for leaving, buddy. So we're gonna keep. Okay, I'm gonna keep playing this line until he comes up with something. Okay, he's gonna play e6 this time. He's gonna go into this. Let's play g6, g3. Okay, so he's avoiding the gambit lines. I'm gonna play a little bit riskier than usual. I'm gonna play knight c3 and allow him to take that pawn if he wants to. Sacking like a real man. See what he wants to do here. I'm gonna let that pawn be on pre for a while, and then I'm going to have to decide what I want to do. Okay, he's just going to slow play it, which I can respect. There's nothing wrong with slow playing. But he's kind of letting me get away with something here in the fact that often you put the knight on d2 in these lines, but now that my knight gets to be in c3, it's a little bit better. Oh, actually, if I remember correctly, Meruga lost a tournament game in a very similar line to this. He goes for it very early. I don't know if he was ready to play that. So if I take and then I take, what's going on? So just in general, you should take here first. So let's take there. He's going to take back with the knight. Right. Taking back with the knight. So what's a good plan here? Playing e4 seems a little artificial because he can always just... Well, maybe playing for e4 and then e5 is not so bad of an idea. So let's do this. And then if he takes, maybe even taking with the queen, and then if the bishop takes, taking here. Let's take with the bishop. I'm going to play rook c8. I want to, well, he's attacking a pawn. So I can go here, and then if he plays h6, can I play e5 is my question. Let's say he takes my knight, I take his knight, his bishop and his other bishop are in pre. So let's go knight g5. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can confuse the issue a little bit here. My idea is I want to play e5, and I want to protect this pawn. So I think if he plays h6, I can play e5, and then his bishop will be hanging and his knight will be hanging. So he'll have two pieces hanging, I'll have one. If he takes my knight and I take his knight, his bishop will be hanging, and this bishop will be hanging. So he can take here, but then I take here. g6. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So if I play e5, I'm pretty sure he's forced to play knight d5. And I don't think I mind that. No, I do mind that because this knight will be coming in with some force there. So actually, I'm not going to take here. I'm going to open up this diagonal and then try to make a battery right on it. So, like, he's probably going to be kind of forced to... Well, he can take with the bishop, but I'm going to make this battery right here first. I'm expecting bishop e7, and then I'm going to play rook to d1 and ask him how he's going to protect that knight. If he moves the knight, then I'm just going to come in on the battery. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we can catch up. I've lost as white. I've been winning both games, and I've lost both simply because of time. So I actually don't mind losing games because of time, because that means that basically I was playing well. It's just that, time got me. Wow, this move is provocative. Because I can play bishop g7 here. I can also go as far as to play... So if I were to play bishop h8, he's got to play f6. But then I play knight takes e6, hitting his queen and everything. Bishop g8, e5. Is that his idea? And then... But e5, can't I just play something? Okay. What if I play, like, just here? He wants to trade everything. His idea is that my knight's hanging, so that's going to hurt him. So what if I... Okay. Bishop h8. He says he's going to play e5. And then he's going to say your knight's hanging and your bishop's hanging, and what are you going to do about it? Bishop h8, e5. I feel like there should be something there, though, but the diagonal is closed. I cannot argue with him on that point. If I play h3, he takes, I take. It's not good for me, I don't think. Do I have to retreat here? I'd really rather not retreat. Bishop g7, then? Knight takes h7. I'm at a loss. This move's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm going to come back, I think, back over... Yikes, where to put this knight? I'm going to play h4. I think I'm going to play h4. Just support the knight, and I'm going to play regular chess. I think he's going to be playing for e5, though. So he's going to play h6, immediately attacking the knight. I'm kind of cool with that, seeing that he is slightly, ever so slightly weak in his position. Knight takes e6 still isn't working. There, e5 still is good for him. Yeah, but his position's a little bit weaker now, so let's just come back here and then play rook d1 next. Position should objectively be pretty good for me. I have a lot of protection on f2, so that's nice. He's got to be playing for I'm sure he's playing for e5. That is his plan. But I'm gonna play bishop f3 next. Oh, whoopsie daisy. That's a threat. So if I play bishop f3, he plays queen takes g3 with advantage. I'm gonna move out the way, and now I'm gonna play bishop f3 and ask the knight where it's going. Oh, maybe he has bishop takes f2, but I don't believe it somehow. I can play bishop g7 in the worst case. Oh, this is a sly move. So let's take, and then I guess, wow, that was sly. Let's bring the rook in though. It's not all over yet. He's got good pressure and he's got great time, so it hurts, but it's not all over yet. So yeah, the queen can come to there. Let's play rook d6, just a little annoying move. It's protected. He's going to play queen c5. In the spirit of Sean, trading everything. He's such an annoying player to play against. It just plays so lame, like egg. Anyway, there's no fight when you play him. It's like he's playing for a draw all the time. Anyway, so let's see what's going on here. So the knight comes back, he's attacking the pawn. I'm thinking e5. That was just dropping a pawn. Oh, he didn't even notice there was a hanging pawn there, which he should have just taken. But I'm going to go for this in game. And then blockade this pawn and immediately push f4. At least I can like pre-move a good bit of this. Right? Bring the king here. Alright, let's get ready to come back here maybe, and then play rook c3. There's no infiltration squares for his rook. What was that? Thank you. He's dropped a pawn for no reason. It's always nice when that happens. I'm just going to improve my position right now. So I don't know if I can really qualify that as was a position improving strategy. He's just trying to flag me now, which is understandable. But I mean, I really should never lose this in game. I like can't lose basically because literally everything's protected. This is a draw. I can totally see him trying to flag me though. I can totally see it. Well, he's going for this. I'm not so sure this is going to work out for him. I don't know why he went for this. Well, there you have it. I guess he flagged again. So, yeah, I guess we can end this here. He won 4-1. He was losing 3 of these games, but oh well. It's no big deal. Alright, so that's it. 5 games. I apologize for the pause in the middle. And yeah, we can go back. So yeah, I mean, again, this person's drawn, and then for whatever reason he plays for a loss because he's actually playing for a win because it's blitz. But okay, yep. So he wins the non-increment again. But at least we know that apparently his Slav is pretty weak. Yeah, this was not a really good Slav at all. I like knight g4, but h6 was not so good, and then bishop a3 was nice. I like bishop a3. And then we have this lame queen c5, yuck. But somehow, instead of thinking, he went for the flag. Rook takes e5 is just good for him here. But he didn't play it. He off instinct went into a bad endgame, and then managed to make it worse because he figured about the flag. So this is just lost. I'm actually not really sure how I ran out of time so fast. I mean, normally, like in a bullet tournament, I had I think 3 seconds. Enough time. Well, if you have the pattern right, I guess. But it's whatever. I don't mind. Alright, so yeah, that was today's match. And let's stop this recording. So, stop. Bye, guys.